Join us on the program right now. Let me give a very long-winded introduction for the one, the only, the amazing Jenn Jacques of Bearing Arms. How are you, Jen?
I can't top that intro. Thank you. I'm well. It is 68 degrees here. Thank you very much.
What? In Wisconsin? You're not allowed to have springtime in Wisconsin.
Right? I might actually be wearing short sleeves today.
Wow. Good for you. And by the way, as I said, brave woman engaging in the snarkasm before you come on the segment.
I'm extremely caffeinated. So, and it's May Day, and I have to give a huge shout-out to our friend Mike G. in Texas. Today is his birthday. Happy birthday, Mike.
All right. There you go. Happy birthday, Mike. Do we know what number it is for Mike? Do we care? Does Mike care?
It's older than me.
And that's all that you care about, right?
That's all I'm going to say.
All right, let's talk about this this article, one in a series, and we've seen these pieces come out from local news media for years now, but Fox 43 in Pennsylvania had a great story. They went out to a local range. They talked to a couple of women who are shooting. Two very different women with very, very different stories, Jen, about how they came to the range.
Right, and it's part of a growing trend of women who are buying guns, but better than just being gun owners, women are now flocking to the gun range to practice shooting, which is amazing. Love to hear that. And like you said, these two women have very different stories, but there is a similar theme in that owning a gun and practicing and carrying a gun empowers them and makes them feel safe.
Talking with Jenn Jacques of Bearing Arms, and it's interesting, one of the young women that Fox 43 talked to was from Australia, and one of the first things that she did when she got here was to go to the range, Jen, and she talked about how, well, the gun laws are very different in Australia. You can't own a gun for self-defense. And isn't it interesting? We've got our own president, President Obama, who talks about Australia all the time in glowing terms. And, boy, what if we had the moral courage to do what Australia did and ban these guns? And here you have a young woman from Australia. First thing, well, I shouldn't say the first thing, but one of her big priorities was actually shooting a firearm legally and responsibly.
Right, exactly. I love her quote in this article where she says, "It just makes me feel secure in my own rights and defending my own property and my own livelihood. And if I had family, their livelihood. Sometimes people will break that safety barrier, and you need to be your own front line." And Cam, how many times have we said, you are responsible for your self-defense. You're responsible for yourself. And here's this young lady, Emma Fisher, from Australia, and she is coming in from the outside, completely agreeing with that statement.
So, Jen, look, this is clearly not something that was just, sparked by increased gun sales or the threat of gun control. That was 2 years ago. And we are still seeing this growth, more and more women who are interested in becoming gun owners. And again, not necessarily interested in becoming gun owners. They're interested in becoming safe and responsible shooters. Right, exactly. So what is driving this now?
I would say, in my opinion, honestly, I would say that it is more females speaking out and having really great role models like Julie Golub and Dana Lash. We have so many great women to look up to, and it's not really taboo anymore. And I have to say, my tiny little town, we have a brand new hardware store. This is big news for us. Last week I went in there, and they had a sign on the front, "Welcome Gun." I about died. So I had to say when I was checking out, I really want to thank you for having that on the sign, because that means a lot to me, and I will definitely come here more often. The business owner was like, "You carry?" And I said, "Absolutely." He said, "Hold on, I got to get my wife." So his wife comes out and was saying, "I didn't think any women around here carried. That's amazing." And she must have pulled me aside. Literally, Cam, she had me by the arm and was talking to me for about an hour. But I thought, that's fantastic. Now, I just got that out to this small business owner in our community. She's going to talk to more people. I'm trying to get her to come out to the range. Of course, she's a small business owner, very busy as am myself, but that's fantastic. I think a lot more women are out there. We're talking about how we responsibly carry and empowering more women to join us, which is great.
Absolutely. Talking with Jenn Jacques of Guns and Curves, of Bearing Arms now.
Very
you can find her writing. And you know, it is that I think that word of mouth is so incredibly effective because, you know, if you look at how anti-gunners are trying to reach women right now, again, very active on social media. They've got their campaigns, you know, hey, sign up, be part of this, show us your receipts where you're not shopping at Kroger's. But, you know, that sort of solidarity in banning stuff and that sort of solidarity and let's keep people, you know, afraid and ignorant. It just, you know, I got to say, I think going to the range and actually shooting is an easier sell, Jen. I got to say, it sounds like more fun. It sounds
absolutely.
like, you know, again, they want, when your message is don't talk to gun owners because they'll just fill your mind with crazy talk. And then on the other hand, you say, hey, come out to the range and just see for yourself. You know, I know which one's a better argument, quite frankly.
Right, and the greatest joy I get is taking any new women with me to the range and watching them shoot for the first time. It's amazing that you can just see them become empowered. And I can't even tell you how many women have said to me, oh my gosh, I was really afraid. Like I was such a chicken. And now I'm thinking this is really neat and I can do this. That sense of empowerment where they're going to now go out in the world and talk to other women is just that geometric progression that we have to do. Let the opposition speak their talking points into the echo chamber. Let them do that. What we're doing is we're carrying responsibly, we're speaking proudly, and we're very educated in what we're doing and how we're doing it, and we're leading by example. And I'll take that 7 days a week.
Jen, thank you so much for coming on the program. Enjoy the springtime in Wisconsin.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
You too. We'll talk again soon.
Good. Great. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Jenn Jacques joins us from Bearing Arms.